Hi guys, it's Angie Val with My Fairy Treasures. Okay you guys, I'm coming at you guys today with another salvaged art piece. It's kind of that Prima inspired, not Prima. What is that called? It's not Prima inspired, it's something else inspired. Anyway, I like to call it my salvaged art. So, and we're going to make it Christmas style. I did a piece like this last month and we did it that was like more fall related. And I did some for gifts too with the mason jar. This time, you guys, what we're going to use is we're going to use these. I especially love the shape of these, of the Christmas bulb shape. Okay, so get yourself one of these and we're going to alter it into the salvaged art. I did use the red one. It says Let It Snow. So that's the one I used. So what I like to do for these salvaged art pieces is I like to start, all it is a big time layering game. And then after we layer, then we add in the beautiful pieces and arrange them, which is going to be Christmas decorations from Dollar Tree. Okay. So, what I did first is I went ahead and got a head start like I normally do. My first layer with this salvaged art is layering book pages. So book pages, of course, you can get from the Dollar Tree. So make sure you pick up your wooden bulbs and get them soon because they are going quick. All that Christmas stuff goes quick at Dollar Tree. Okay, so what I do is I just take some Elmer's glue, I water it down, and I start layering on the book pages. If you don't have any book pages you want to tear up, buy some books from Dollar Tree. They're cheap. They're $1. If you have newspaper around the house, you can use newspaper as your base layer too. Whatever you want to do. If you're totally against, ripping up a book. But I have no problem with ripping a book for my art. So many books are just going to be thrown away in the landfills. And at least I am. This is another way of saving another book from going to the landfill. Using it in your art. So you're repurposing. So that's still being very, very green. Which I love. Okay, so you guys can see what I'm doing. Okay. Layer, 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 layer. And if you leave some red out, it doesn't matter because we're going to use some gesso, or I use a thing called Kills. I'll explain that when we get to that. And gesso, as you know, it makes everything all white. So everything will be all white, and then we'll be doing some colorant with that. And all that will make more sense as we get close towards that, and I'll talk about all that then. Okay. So, just keep adding your book pages. Okay. Another book page. Okay, so now we are on both of our bulbs, picture bulbs, I should say. We now have the first layer. Now, the next layer is going to be, let's make this our next layer. I have some, like paper bags. Everyone has paper bags at their house. We're going to rip up some paper bags and do that next. And since we just did this, everything should be pretty wet. So you don't have to, you can start gluing right on top of here. Yep, everything's still really, really wet. So let's just put some of this paper bag here and there to create more texture. And the texture is going to get thicker and heavier as we go along. But this is the first layer of texture. If you haven't seen me do this before. Just a second. Oh, that was a big piece right there. Okay. Okay. Put that here. Okay. And yeah, it's still sticky over here too. We'll work some over here too. Oh, and the reason I'm doing 2 pieces at once, it's double the fun. And you get 2 pieces done at the same time. And you have all this stuff out, so you might as well go ahead and do 2 pictures at once. I learned that from somebody who does mixed media a while back, and I thought, you know what, that is smart. She's all, one, it's double the fun, and you're getting 2 pieces done at once. And I want this to be a set. This is going to be as a filler piece above my fireplace. I have these 2 candy canes. You guys saw those. They're my candy cane wreath videos. I have those anchoring on each side of one of my shabby chic wreaths. But in between that, I need something else. So I'm going to put these. Altered mixed media bulbs. Or salvaged art picture bulbs. Okay, so there's another layer. We got that all down. That looks good. Okay, next we're going to go to, okay, I have a napkin here. So you can get napkins at Dollar Tree and peel your napkin. And you know that base layer of the napkin, the white piece that everyone just throws away? Save those because that can be used for more texture for your mixed media. Okay, and when you do this, we don't want it to be like smooth. So when it wrinkles, let it wrinkle. We're not trying to get it on smoothly at all. We want the texture. Okay. Okay. All right, so we got the napkin, so let's just making sure I'm always in frame. Okay, oh, and also let me look at my lighting situation. My lighting looks good. Okay. My lighting in my art room was really weird. In my craft room, I have great lighting just in that room with one lamp and just a lot of light comes in the window. But here in my art room, it's really weird. So I have like 3 different light sources right now beaming down onto my artwork and the area. So the room is really, really lit up. I try to improve with all the lighting of all my videos. Because in my craft room, I have no problem. But when I do some stuff in my kitchen area, where I do a lot of my, projects too, it's dark in that room too. So I had to improve my lighting sources. Okay, so now that's another layer. Okay. So next, we're going to go to tissue paper, which you can get at Dollar Tree. I love doing this because it is just like you are taking the most basic things and making something beautiful. When we're all done, you guys are going to be like, oh, I love it. And this is like a form of collage. It is collaging. And nothing makes me happier than a collage. I love collage. Okay. And there we go. Okay, so now we got the tissue paper on, so let's take our watered down Elmer's glue. Doesn't have to be Elmer's, it can be whatever you have. But you guys, I wouldn't bother with your decoupage, and because you really don't need that for this. Your decoupage is not real expensive, but it's expensive enough. Buying Elmer's glue is dirt cheap, so use your Elmer's glue, watered down. If I'm going to use decoupage, I pretty much use watered down Elmer's glue. I don't even get decoupage anymore. If I need, the only thing I invest in that's like that is a thing called matte medium. But this is, it glues whatever you need down. But also you can put a layer on top and it makes it a paintable surface. Which I do for some of my other art that I love to do. So, which I'll probably be doing in the next couple of days. But that's expensive. That's like $10 a bottle. I use a coupon, so I only spend $5 or $6 on it. but I save it for when I want the surface to be paintable. But if you use decoupage, it doesn't make it a real paintable surface, right? So to me, I don't know. Some people will argue with me, but I just feel like watered down glue is very similar to decoupage medium. So that's just my opinion. Okay, so now we got the tissue paper done. There is one more layer we can put on here. Okay, and that is pattern paper. If you have some pattern paper, we can use that too. So I'm going to use that, just some pattern paper. Okay, they don't have that at Dollar Tree, but you probably have some at your house, old patterns that you don't care about, and it makes great texture. I'll tell you another thing that makes great texture. You can use toilet paper. Toilet paper is another great one. You guys, get some toilet paper. It's a whole nother texture. Do I have any toilet paper around me? I don't. Shoot. I don't want to run to the bathroom really quick. But you can use toilet paper. You can also use napkins. So you guys, don't let anything I say hold you back. If you think of something else that will make good texture, use it. But the one thing I do say is I really believe in tearing. Tearing is really good because you want the edges to be just like torn. It just gives more texture. A torn edge is way more texture than a straight edge. Okay, again, let's just go over it. So after we do this, we're going to let this all dry. This is going to have to dry. I don't know. If I live here in Las Vegas, in the summer I could put this out for 20 minutes and we can get on to the next the next steps in about 20 minutes because that shit would be drying. But it's a lot cooler now. So I am going to go put this outside for about maybe an hour and a half, 2 hours, and then it'll dry good enough that we can go on to the next step. And the next step, I'll explain it before we have to go outside and let these dry. Let me see what my timing is. Oh yeah, our timing is great. I wish this was instantly dry so we can go to the next thing. Okay. Okay, so we got all this texture on here. We need to let all this texture dry. But the next thing we're going to go to is, I'll discuss some of the things since we have a little bit more time on this video. Let me grab my basket of goodies over here. My basket of goodiness. Oh, geez. Things are falling. Okay. Just a second, guys. Sorry. Okay. If you guys could see my crafting, you guys would be like, oh my gosh. You're out of your mind. I do so much stuff. I have so many things. Okay. Enough of that. I'm coming back, guys. Sorry. All right, I'm going to go ahead and set these aside, okay? Because these are going to be drying. So let me set these aside. Okay. So what we have next is we're going to take a hot glue gun and we're going to take pieces of this, just kind of torn off of here, really cut off here, but very jagged. That's going to make another great texture. We're going to use some burlap, okay? This I got like at a thrift store. This burlap you can get at Dollar Tree. This is not burlap from Dollar Tree, but they sell it. So just get that in the floral section. This I did get from Dollar Tree. It's the creepy cloth. You guys, this stuff is fabulous. I told you guys, anybody who saw my last salvage art video, I said to grab this stuff because this stuff is great. If you don't have this, because I don't think they don't have it anymore because they only sell it at Halloween time. You can also use cheesecloth, okay? But see right here, this is one that's open. It gives a lot of good texture. See? But cheesecloth will do the same thing too. So, all right. Let me show you guys something else. Is there anything else I want to use out of that? So that will be the next layer of texture. And then after that, we'll be using some corrugated cardboard, and there'll be some other pieces after that. But I wanted to let you know where we're heading to next. So this will be the next layer of texture. So I'm going to leave that out. Also, if you have if you guys do have any of this creepy cloth type of stuff, even if it's black, get that out. 'Cause a lot of us bought this from Dollar Tree. So a lot of us bought this too. This is like that textured tulle from Dollar Tree. Any type of tulle, textured tulle like this, or any kind you bought, you can get that out. That's another great texture. Okay, you guys, so that's the next textures that we're going to be using. I'm going to go ahead and we're going to let this all dry. And then I will see you guys back for part 2, and we'll put these textures together. Okay, we'll put these next base layer of textures. Okay, I'll talk to you guys in a little bit.